Hello, my fellow Guardians. I've been cooking up a Solar Titan build and it's ready to be served. Utilizing Path of the Burning Steps and terrabah, we can gain a considerable damage boost that shreds through any foe that we come across. If you are short on time, you can skip to the timestamp to see the build overview. Without further ado, let's jump right into the build. Starting off with our exotic armor piece, we will be using Path of the Burning Steps for its exotic perk, Firewalker, which states that solar final blows periodically grant us a bonus to weapon damage stacking up to times 4, giving us 40% more damage at max stacks. Moving on to the exotic weapon, we will be using terrabah with its exotic perk, Ravenous Beast, which states that dealing or receiving damage stores energy, allowing us to unleash the beast, increasing fire rate, damage, and reload speed for 5 seconds, which can be extended with sustained weapon damage. With both of these exotics combined, we can increase the damage of terrabah to create an ad clearing and primary DPS machine. Moving on to our solar subclass, our super can be either Hammer of Soul or Burning Maul, based on your preference. For our grenade, we will be using Healing Grenade for on-demand healing, and for our melee, we will be using Throwing Hammer, which will be our main source for elemental wells and restoration from sunspots. For our aspects, our first slot will be using Roaring Flames, giving our solar abilities more damage after scoring a solar ability kill, stacking up to times 3, with the final stack granting 20% more ability damage. Our second aspect will be using Soul Invictus, allowing our abilities to spawn sunspots after a final blow. These sunspots scorch targets in its radius and will also grant us restoration. Finally, for our fragments, we will be using Ember of Empyrean, extending the duration of restoration and radiant buffs for every solo weapon or ability final blow. Ember of Solace, increasing the base timer of solar buffs and allowing Ember of Empyrean to further extend the duration. Ember of Tempering, increasing our recovery by 1 tier for each solo weapon kill. And for our last slot, normally I would slot in Ember of Torches to give us radiance, but as it is classified as an empowering buff, the same as Firewalker, it will not stack. For this reason, I have chosen this slot to be optional to the build, but my recommendation would be Ember of Combustion, igniting targets after a super final blow. Jumping into our armor and its mods, for our helmet we'll be using 2 Harmonic Siphon mods to generate potent orbs from solar weapon wrapped kills and Font of Might to boost our weapon damage by 25%. For our gauntlets, we'll be using 1 SMG Reloader mod to boost terrabah's terrabah base reload speed, an Impact Induction mod generating grenade energy on melee damage, and Melee Wellmaker generating solar wells from solar kills. For our chest piece, we will use Bountiful Wells to double our well drops. For our legs, we will use Elemental Time Dilation to increase Font of Might's timer, and for our class item, we will use another Font of Might to further increase Font of Might's duration. Finally, for our armor stats, we will want to focus into Resilience and Discipline, as Ember of Temperance will be supplying us with recovery. Overall, this build is pretty simple and effective, using Throwing Hammer to spawn elemental wells, triggering Font of Might, killing enemies to increase our solo weapon damage, and unleashing the beast to shred through foes with ease. Ending the video off, I would like to say that enhancing your gameplay experience in-game is all I need to keep going. Have a good day.